For your 2020, abaye magana for nyina ye hu baby a ye de abrabo efa na se ye man penimpo aye no 2024 enya endu nenso no obi a edwen eye 4 years ahead of us ni ebesi ewe ye nim in terms of eye in politics mu ene nipa obestande ama various political parties na ye nyina nim say political parties e Ghana ha de two strong ones are edi enim MPP and afin so NDC National Democratic Congress for sene edi kan edema mo ewo previous update mo efa MPP for ni nipa omode no ekwako face 2024 no projection for airban so ma 2024 Mahama na NDC for ede no ekwo sene obi anim se papa ekwo Spio Gabra or Honda Nelso amafo no enimu ene nanimu enche da enje afin so agbangba wo still na nanimu engine ti no nipa still nipa bebre na I feel say de ne ba ono na bebu ama NDC ewini seat enya na say akonya ne obi ase Mahama. But question na ewo hobio ene say 2024 say ba say bra Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia eni Peter Amewu ene ejina ama NPP a Mahama ede hwan ena ekwo akoye ne candidate amwa boa no na wetimi ewini more seats and I say enya more votes every enipa ne ho bebre na me no ka say de finally edin ni ewa ha Pinax hwehwemu ene ye niam bi ekeka esisisi ani no yehu se dabi nipa we ye mfa no we baabi a say wom so ye NDC ni de still ono an ye befa na ko betimi so aboa ama party no ewini more voter ho asem bebre na banana retire NDC for 2024 ahoboa a omo aye edishia MPP no nipa bebre na ebisa senti hwan pa na Mahama odene ko yema mi Jane ena ofa no ana obefa call Spio Gabra ana ofa agbangba ben hwan ena ye 2024 Mahama edeko face ye Bawumia ne ni obebe bia
agbangba ben is a contender, but I don't think that Mahama is going to pick Agbangba ben.
Okay.
They don't need two Muslims. They need somebody at least Mahama had done that. They need somebody on also Oye Abia who free Asante Memu to break the vote of MPP in Ashanti region. And also Ida ebe probably if Ashanti region and I say will be if the central region of Ghana. Now wait me a break the vote in that particular central region. Also Ira Tamils no Ghana for any general one. The bedrock of NDC lies solely in the west. Talking about the west part, the central, the western, and also the voter region. Those are the many strongholds of the National Democratic Congress. So Agbangba is off. Spio Gabra too is off. Nipa Pino to be the vice president and the running mate of John Dramani Mahama and the Jane Nano Pukwachima. Jinano Puku is around 78. I'm not saying she's foolish or anything, but we need fresh blast in the system. Media they should even make a lawyer 70 years. I want him in the president. But we need fresh blood in the system. We're grandma, grandpa. We don't need them anymore. We need fresh blood. So the fresh blood here is who? Now you call up your northern parts, about southern parts, you call western, about eastern. No, essential bar in Finfini, Mantemono. Nipa ba kunyi ni abono so. This person, okay, say, maybe a treatment. Okay, I said this person, maybe a treatment. I see a Mahama, a peke running mate, even the beginning of this year. No, a boni dian and DMP, Munipa Mekana Sem Zenator Rawlings. Now, Zenator Rawlings, there's a reason she got into parliament. One of the things NDC is struggling to do is to pull the grassroots that Jerry John Rawlings had. Jerry John Rawlings, if he was supposed to come back as a president, he's going to get more votes.
Sure.
The lack of endorsement from Rawlings and caused this persistent defeat for the National Democratic Congress because Rawlings felt like he built the party based on anti-corruption agenda and socialism, and the people who are running the party now have deviated from it. In Tosha, he was never too much close to John Dramani Mahama. He was really close to Akufo-Addo rather. This even tells you a signal because Akufo-Addo, in as much as a capitalist, the MPP a capitalist, no, Akufo-Addo did something the socialists will claim is an agenda of theirs, which is the free SHS. Socialists, they say, free NDC is a socialist party. MPP is a capitalist party. Capitalists, they believe it's individuals should own properties. So these are the two fundamentals and are the pivots. The pivotal standpoints are these two political parties they run or they campaign on. So this particular thing about Nema Rawlings when Niji Akufo-Addo want to say even till his death and before his death, they were close, they were very, very close, even than John Dramani Mahama. So right now, all that they want to do is they want to pull the crowd that Jerry John Rawlings had, because some of the areas also still up to date feel neglected. What am I say? So the question is, how can they get there? And when we check the Facebook page of Zenator Rawlings, would you believe that she's past 500,000?
Wow.
That is even more than any of these people who come and contest as a presidential candidate for National Democratic Congress. So even the woman being an MP for Kwale Krote Krano.
Followers.
Followers. And remember, Kwale Krote, she went on a post. On a post, MPP and Fobianko. Why? Why? So it tells you, say, there's an agenda, and that woman is doing well. So whatever the woman is doing, she's being groomed to take on the mantle. And the mantle that she's being groomed is not the vice president, it's the presidency. But for her to get to the presidency, she needs to be the vice president. And then the actions, no. Any Ghana for Ghana for get used to her, will recognize her. Now, age number take the presidency come 2028.
Okay.
So 2024 projection at Pinax TV and many other portals. No, patch say this particular lady, Zenator Rawlings, she will be the running mate. Even this year, Crown name came out says Zenator Rawlings, but then Zenator Rawlings didn't wanted to, and Mahama didn't give him because Mahama wanted to introduce a fresh blood. On person will be introducing a fresh blood will be Lucy.
Now never pre-competition.
What am I saying? So Mahama would rather take Zenator Rawlings. Mahama would take Zenator Rawlings as a running mate because even if he loses in 2024, which is very unlikely, Zenator Rawlings can also continue to be. She's young. To lose 2 times and one time, Zenator Rawlings can be the president and take the mantle, and she can be the first female president. Ghana needs that because I always say what a man can do, women can actually do better.
Okay. Sana and I'm so my former president John Dramani Mahama ko fa I'm Jinana. And Ghana for you now feel so for first time in history, Ghana benya a vice president or your ba. Intino with way ebano, you still now that's why we should say Zenator Ekoye Mahama ni vice the running mate Ghana for beating me out to Abamano. On because Papa J ba and you hear Papa J last 4 years you know who it is. Ubenya sympathy vote ewo and I said nam the tribe baby.
The sympathy vote will play. Now let's be honest. I can for there was some sort of euphoria and I say some I don't know say ABR I don't know what say ethnicity be and BR we are more inclined to the new patriotic party. Usha NDC did poorly in our Ashanti region. If NDC was able, they did well, but poor. The numbers were very poor because they won a seat or so. But if NDC was able to get even 1 million votes
in Ashanti region,
MPP will be very hot because MPP lost Accra, they lost Western region, they lost Central region, they lost many regions. On one regions of create will lose a bit. Ashanti region and propelling to victory. So the deal breaker here is not for them to fight for something that they won't get. One of my favorite songs, Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. You don't waste time fighting for it. Go for the ones you think it will be yours. It's in the NDC, the tactics and the antics they can play and use here is they will try to do something in Ashanti region, but they will not kill themselves for it. Because if they're able to get the base of the voter region to come for them to come out massively and vote, if they're able to get the base of northern region for them to come out massively and vote, coupled with a brag and 4 companies says still they are suffering, no to be winning Accra by a greater margin. They are going to win. Ashantis regardless will vote for MPP. But one thing you need to know here is Ashantis have that thing. Meaning say enigma was a thing against any other person who is not their tribe. Baumia Northerner. So Ashantis would like the fact say Akufo-Addo knew about Baumia Betwaso. But they won't go and vote. Because that hypocrisy, no, and that's who he treat.
Onye tribe.
Say pepe ni anakremoni intimidia. So a hypocrisy, a foolish mindset. Meso mi asantini intimidika. And yes, if you make me I been in American Abeka James say, hey, be dini nyina kyerɛ sɛ me asante ni pure santimantem ni achimantem na mefi it's in that mindset and we see if we are dream if we take that mindset ni ehwɛ nipa ni potential sir. So this tells you say enye Akufo-Addo never be rally na ye bompa say Akufo so onti as no ntimi rally ema MPP na ntimi revamp entry more votes and commanding more votes from Ashanti region na Akufo-Addo soon commanding more votes from Eastern region ebe boa ma Bawumia to win but if good voter region it is going to really help but if this indices is not na Ashanti for feels okay Bawumia ba fine Pinax bet or a Muslim ye Pinax bet o there ya entumti an yeso entuma it almost MDC is going to take it that is the thing.
Okay, looking at Zenator and Mahama, not just say Zenator Rawlings, enya the Hokodon Mahama, and it means PNC Guana.
PNC is saying the People's National, they be Nima party NDP.
NDP.
That's the National Democratic Party.
NDP, and you know, because Nani Pabi na urging say, Nintia, Emma Kunedu Ajma Rawlings, any party say, or per se, Dama be, the bano bit me, a take you over mano, because the bano say na NDC for Aje. Party nefi Niku 17 quarter.
Nebano team take it over because the daughter have run on the tickets of NDC. The daughter is Yetimi Sayaji, but what share Nembani Nina Nipa you see Rawlings in. And Anip Zenator Osha, she's just a photocopy of the father. Osha the features grana, I mean Kasi said or a barbarian, but she's bold, she's energetic. Papa, even though she's a female. And one thing the lady said, a bra will win in this particular seat, or in the constituency called Equality, or say she wished the father was there to celebrate. So it clearly tells you, said the girl has a mindset to take on the father's legacy. So the mother have built a party, but the woman is 72 years. This election, so let's forget NDP. And Kakonidu Ajmaron, if she was young like 50 years, she could have done it. Ghana kunusa because you see behind every successful man there's a woman. It's a bra who really 30 years.
Only now so nebu mine.
It is see and the baby near yema. Kakra we didn't know him a yetron. Yes, so yemesene. So the daughter would like to continue the legacy of the father, which I think that is exactly what she's going to. NDP therefore for Ibia party in the grand thing can be, but anything can change and what you are saying can happen because Ibia, the lady can run on the ticket. As the vice president of NDC, but Uncle Yama and Anasi Chuso before should go on NDP, but trust me, or NDP a be hard because be say votes.
Be saying this for votes.
There is no way NDP will win, but be saying this for votes because of the names in Zenator Rawlings.
You see, yeah, share MPP, Bawumia, obechi vote, edi free Muslim so aba. Peter Mewu ebechi vote every voter region aba and Mahama ebechi vote every and Sunday ye shade and say MPP no so
yeah
Eastern for beto Ashanti for the young kakra because say Akufo support na Nana so support here ombenya vote ho Mahama so bechi vote every voter or a Muslim obechi every ho aba north na Zenator so every voter region aba you know competition no very tight.
Remember the people you are looking and we are taking out of the picture is GANs. GANs are typically NDCs. And Anodness, Awuzafo are typically NDC. Gunjes are typically NDC. They are set. Also, the whole thing of MPP NDC. I'm not being tribalistic or trying to create a war, but I think the whole thing of MPP NDC kind of goes straight to because it's no sha Santimano, itimi konka ga Adangbe, itimi konka the northern part kakra, itimi ba central region. What am I say? So usha ejiji amount for okoji o mine. I say ye de sana na santi for sana no. It's in that thing na eda so ho. It's up to now kra no. Ebu wa utimi obi shia me na or say we dinner make asanzo e because na okasa craches asanti ni pure na ebu also utimi shia be say na we dey ni anglo say me shocked. So that thing is still there because generation to generation ma memo country ntia kwa to one also kasa. So that thing is there. So Ga Adangbe voter region Awuzafo the war between Ashantis, no, it has played out to politics. So that thing is still there. Traditionally, MPP4 are more of the accounts, that chimps. They feel say, yeah. I'm not trying to create a war or something. But a projection I am, and I should voter rate up to now. You call a Sugako first Segenia de Adeno. Only now could raise the MPP flag.
Now how baby fina you who would
with Chise no near will be a babo foom. Guys, me the cuckoo for blue flag net to fame. As we call the people are naturally NDC. So that thing is still there. So the NDC, they have the airways at the advantage. They have even the Fantis at Gosha in Misata. They have the Fantis and the Western region at the advantage. Good. And they also have the Northern and the Gans at the advantage. Where Osha MPP4, they only have the Ashantis and the Achims. Now they are trying to Pitamewu ye person save vote kakra. And we will vote our region. 30% kwabebwa. But we are being a typical Muslim. Yeah.
2024 eba say NPP ni NDC voter hono mono Peter 30 bapona MPP renew 2028 ebetimi a favor Peter may bit my favor. So we are taking a little from voter region. Even say 35% from voter region. We are taking 35% and let's say 55% from northern part. Asante 4, if you're able to get them out and vote, we fix the Galamsey issue, we fix the rule, we fix the concerns of Bantama market, we fix the concerns of giving them money, making sure it's can be flow, core markets, better because Asante 4 no PJD. It's me fiscal cotton and any here. Any here in school, Samo or Gary them cinema name. It will make Skakwa for Nibotoma. You have an advantage to go out and vote because they feel that Mahama is coming to destroy everything. If MPP is able to use this status, I think MPP can rule again come 2024 and even for the next 8 years. Which means in some prophets because NDC by power just 32 years a bit my that's it 2024 and Ghana Ebehu miracles MPP because parties now can I be a gum and I walk a cabat on so 2 baby no see one politics once I won TV news will quack 2024 ni Behu ni Besi Ghana.